eModels.co.uk. Make something awesome.
Shut up and sit down.
And then to apply the sandpaper, I'm going to be using the GodHand tape. And this is GHDST6. And these are the big reels of tape that you get. And look at the size of that reel. There's an awful lot of tape on there for your money, folks. So we'll just open that up. And we'll use some of that to make a sanding stick. Right, let's grab a sheet of this. And we want it to be 6mm, okay? If you remember rightly on this, it's got a gauge on the side there that gives you the size. So I'll just open it up. So, and then you want 6mm, peeps. So feed this through, rest it against the backstop there. And then you want to bring it to the 6mm mark, which is there. So then I'll have, where my yellow tape is, will be my cut line, which by powers of deduction isn't that far off, folks, is it? So we're going to have that like so. And then we'll get that stuck. And then once it's firmly adhered, I can then run my blade along the edge, just to trim it if I need to. Okay? So that's what we're going to do. Grab yourself a bit of your tape, like so. And I tend to feed it from where the Tamiya tape is to the end and trim it off the end that way. It's just my personal preference. Grab that on there like so. Just rest it on the end there and then run your finger along just to get it to start sticking. Like that. It's that easy. Just do that on my cutting mat so I don't cut through my rubber one. There you go. Just put that to one side for a sec. And then just roll your finger along just to get it to stick. Like so. And then just lift the paper, put your blade underneath, and then just roll your paper off, just like that. And that leaves the tape sitting beautifully on the stainless steel. And then grab your sanding strip, just like so. And again, however you choose to do it, I'm going to do it from the corner, right at the front there. So I'm not too worried about it being short at the end where my Tamiya tape is, because I'm going to be trimming this to fit. There you go. And that is now on there. And then just run your fingers along it, like so. You got yourself a sand down. This is a 240 grit, so I'll write on the end of there a 240 in a bit of biro. 10mm reel of that today, and that is a GHDST10. This is exactly the size you want for your sanding stick, and these are the stainless steel. They're nice and thick and substantial, folks. No bend in them bad boys, look at that. And that tape will be the perfect size, as you can see. So like before, what I tend to do is I label these up. So I run a bit of Tamiya tape just along the back end of there so that I can write on there what the grit is. Just makes it easier for me. Grab yourself some of your tape there. And same as before, what we did on the last one, I tend to feed it from where the Tamiya tape is, and I just run it to the end like that. Like that. There you go. Pop that out of the way. Pop that there, and that has now got a nice bit of tape running along it. So let's get a bit of 240 grit. Do the same here with the amazing cutter. And that is now roughly what we're after, folks. Okay? Pick up your bolt, and then you can run a knife just from the Tamiya side towards you, just to lift the paper up a tad. And then you'll peel that off, leaving the double-sided tape on the stainless steel there, just like that. Bosh. And then we'll put the sand paper on, right in the corner there, and then start working our way along the board, making sure it all lines up, just like so. Okay? And that's a nice 240 grit one there. And that straight away is a rather splendid looking 10mm wide sanding stick. One is GHDST for double-sided tape, and it's the 15. And this is for your acrylics, folks. And that's the beauty of these. They do them in all the different sizes, 6, 10 and 15. And they're perfectly done so that they fit your balls. You haven't got to worry about cutting them. There you go. That's a roll of that. Look how much you get on that roll. I've got big hands, but look at that. Oh, a lot of tape on there, isn't there? So, let's just put a piece of this down and make up a nice 240 grit acrylic sanding stick. Again, I line it up with my tape there, and then I use the edge of the board just to run my fingers down, just to get the tape reasonably straight, like that. There you go. Then we can trim that edge off nicely then, like so. Let's get one of those underneath. I can just run my knife along there then. Saves me cutting through my nice rubber mat then. There you go. Have you a bit of that. We can now run my fingers along there, just to let this adhere to the acrylic. So, I'll run my knife along, and we'll peel off the backing protecting paper even. Sandpaper on there. Just peel your protective backing off of there. And then we'll just rest that in place. Start from that corner over there actually, just to make that look a bit more profesh. Just like so. And then just run that along to get the majority of it lined up like that. And just place it on the board, press down, and then I can run my knife and then along the edge of the acrylic just to get this paper lined up and trimmed nicely like that, all the way along. Gosh. It's my personal preference. I like to try to get it as close to the board as possible so that I'm not catching it on any of the surfaces of the model. So I'm just doing it a slight beveled angle as I'm cutting it like that, and you will end up with a nice presentable sanding stick just like that.